Hi folks, Grandpa here. Maintaining a beautiful flower garden is very rewarding and a lot of fun, but it can be a lot of work. I've already sweated and burned up a lot of calories to prepare my garden this season. But I also have a surgery coming up next week, so I'm going to need to slow down for a little while. This sort of leads to the concept for today's video. Grandpa's lazy way of adding to color to this year's garden. Now, mind you, I've already put in many days into the garden, but I thought this might add a twist. So I thought I'd try a simple method to add some pop to my garden with minimal effort. Today I see a lot of folks buying trays at the Home Depot, on their knees, planting annuals. I think there's a better way. So here's 7 direct-sowed annuals that need little, if any, care and promise to enhance virtually any garden. Just sprinkle their seeds in the right spots or pop them in tiny holes that you can dig with a garden stake. Water them in and let nature take its course. Now, I'm not inclined to be lazy. I work in my garden just about every day. And okay, there have been some exceptions. Yes, there have been some exceptions. But adding a little color with minimal effort surely suited me now with my upcoming surgery. It's late April here in Alabama, Zone 8A. It's perfect timing. April in Alabama, and probably even better in May or later in less temperate zones, works real well. So you could start with me right now. Instead of buying trays of annuals and spending hours on your knees, or planting perennials that would take a year to bloom, take a look at these garden additions that you can add right now and reap benefits in just 2 months. How about these Mexican sunflowers? They're hardy in zones 4 to 11. Direct sow them in May or whenever your soil temperature is around 65 degrees. By summertime, you'll see 4 to 6 foot stunning orange blooms. And then everybody should try cosmos. I planted some of these seeds just a few days ago. They're already germinating. These colorful sensation mix cosmos I got from Eden Brothers are just a staple of the set it and forget it garden. They'll probably reach 3 to 4 feet, and May is probably the perfect month to plant these in most zones. Same with marigolds. Don't underestimate these low maintenance, colorful, and easy to grow additions to your garden. I just use a garden stake to poke a hole, drop a seed, and water them in. And presto, soon they reward you with a hardy, multi-flowering plant. One that not only grows all summer, but is famous for its ability to repel nasty garden pests, from aphids to whiteflies to rabbits and deer. I plant them in several spots throughout my garden for both their brilliant golden color and because they're basically a no-fly zone for pets. They actually stink to bugs, but they look like gold to us. It's the ultimate lazy gardener's trick. Let the flowers do the pest controls, so you don't have to worry about it. And check out these cornflowers, this Dwarf Blue variety. This incredible color is hard to find. These are compact and bushier. Sprinkle a generous amount of seed and rake them in lightly into moist soil, not too deep. Then water them gently so as not to wash them away. Because of their lower profile, they're probably most suitable for a front-facing spot in the garden. As for these bachelor buttons, also technically known as a cornflower, they're tough, hardy, and reliable. I'm planting them here anyway, but they probably would thrive a bit better in cooler environments. In the north especially, they should provide color all year long. Oh, and don't get mixed up with echinacea, which is often referred to as cone flowers, versus these 2 examples of corn flowers. 2 entirely different plants. And as much as I love echinacea, or cone flowers, and I have them throughout my garden, they are perennial and usually don't bloom the first year, like these corn flowers will. Morning glories are another one I'm planting. I guess I'm addicted to blues this year. These are hardy in zones 3 to 10. They're heat-seeking plants that tend to be climbers. Now, truth be known, I've never planted these before, so let's see what we get. Planting them in May should give them the warm nights they need to start climbing rapidly. I plan to plant them near a fence or some other support to give them something to climb on. Next, let's try a little no-maintenance lush greenery. How about some basil? Besides a nice flush of green, you can add a little to your favorite kitchen recipe too. And instead of buying basil plants in the store like many do, I'm direct seeding them here in late April. And here's some good news. Full sun and well-drained soil are the golden rules for these 7 plants. Moreover, they are a lazy grandpa's dream, precisely because they thrive in average to poor soil, where more finicky plants might struggle. No fertilizing needed. Just plant them in areas where they won't get wet feet. Decent drainage is important. So to summarize on these, number 1, sun. Yes, plenty of sun. 2, water. Yes, immediately after sowing, water them in and for a few days. But don't worry too much about watering throughout the season, except in extreme heat or drought, periods of no rain. Use your judgment. For the most part, these plants are relatively drought resistant. Fertilizer, don't bother. Don't get it out of the bag. They don't need any. Drainage, yes, adequate drainage is fine, but don't let them sit in perpetually damp areas. And except for the Mexican sunflowers and the marigolds, which can be sowed with a tiny hole and spaced accordingly, the others can be sown directly with just a little raking and good moistened soil contact. Then water them in. So for Grandpa's lazy way to augment your summer garden, it's find a clear spot, poke a hole, drop or broadcast the seed, and take a nap. Good luck to all. My surgery's May 4th, but I'll be back soon. And if you like the genuine personal content here on Grandpa Digsit, on the Grandpa Digsit channel, please like and subscribe. That subscribe button means a lot to me. It means a lot to this old flower garden lover. And I'll see you soon on Grandpa Digsit.